I can already tell this message is going to be intense because I was channeling it while I was running today before work, and anytime I channel while I'm running and the message is really strong, it needs to come out, and that's why I'm like all huffy and puffy and sweaty. So just deal with that. But I apologize ahead of time if there's a lot of swearing because I don't normally channel this intensely, but someone's spiritual team is like yelling at me, through me to you. So the way it was coming through was they're very intense, very passionate. They really want you to hear. They're like, when are you going to unplug? Like they did this like unplug motion. When are you gonna unplug and quit letting life keep happening to you? When are you gonna pick up your pen and start writing your own story? Quit letting life keep happening to you. Quit letting life keep knocking you down. Like stand up and fight back. And I saw like, you know, the games on Wipeout where they're like that TV show where they're like on the turntables and people like keep falling down or like slipping off or whatever, and like they're just spinning, getting dizzy and dizzier, and some of them fall down, and then there's like this platform they have to like leap off and jump onto, and that like platform is your leap of faith, whatever it is that you're trying to like manifest or do or accomplish or dreaming about. Even if you're not even to that phase yet, you're just dreaming about like, I want a better job, I want to lose weight, I want to attract my soulmate, stuff like that. But you're not really actively doing anything about it. They keep sending you opportunities or signs or signals, and you're just not listening. You're just spinning and falling down. And you need to like see it as it's coming, like take that leap of faith. And you may fall off. You may have to swim back, try again, jump again. You may fall flat on your face. You may get hurt, but at least you'll be on the platform on the other side, working towards that goal and that dreams. And that's just how they showed it to me. So like if you're asking for a sign or like praying for a sign or whatever, they're saying they're hearing you, but you're not hearing them. Like it's like a little kid, like they're like, you tell them, get your shoes on, and then you're like, get your shoes on, and they're like, why are you always yelling at me? It's kind of like that energy. Like they're like, we're telling you nicely. My personal messages, I'm even saying these messages, like all my other messages are nicely, but someone's like who is hearing me isn't hearing me correctly, so they're like, it's time to start yelling. You need to start yelling at these people, whoever it is, and they're yelling at me too. Like you're not alone. Like they came in strong and hot for me too. They're like, you do this and they need to do this. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it. So they're saying you're praying, whether out loud or in your head, you may not even know what you're praying to or who you're praying to. We're hearing you, but you're not hearing us. So next time you have an opportunity that is you like think it's a sign or whatever, take it. So like how it came through was like, if you are, say you're manifesting a new job or a new soulmate or whatever, and you're on your way to your current job, and you all of a sudden hear turn right, but you usually turn left to go to work, they want you to take that new path. Like you'll hear it clearly, turn right. And you're like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Do it anyways. When spiritual messages come through, they hardly ever make sense. You got to piece them together and you got to make it make sense. So say you turned right and you happen to pass a job that is now hiring. That place you really wanted to go work at, now they're hiring. Or you pass that house that you're like, oh, it's up for sale now. I need to go put an application on that house. Or you end up, you're like, I didn't see anything. So you come back to work and you're a few minutes earlier or later than you usually are, but you have a chance encounter with your soulmate. Like you get a few extra minutes to talk to somebody you don't normally talk to before work, and they're your soulmate, or they introduce you to your soulmate. So stuff like that, that's what's going to start happening to you, and you need to be open to the signs. So I just got done running, and they're telling me to share like an example of this. So like 1 year ago, so this morning I ran 5.5 miles before work. 1 year ago, I could not have done that. 1 year ago, I was praying out loud, because I always say to say your prayers and manifestations out loud. I was praying out loud, God, whoever's listening, please help me lose like 20 pounds. I need to get healthier. I need to feel better. I'm not, no shame on myself that like I went through some stuff, I put on some weight, and that version of me got me through it, and I love that version, but I was like, I need to get healthier, I need to get back on track. And so it's not like they're saying to say this part. So it's not like you go to bed and you wake up and you're like, oh, 20 pounds, like magic. Okay, that's not how God works. Anything worth having and keeping is worth earning. So you say your thing, I want to lose 20 pounds, please help me lose 20 pounds. You go to bed, then over the next few days, maybe, this is how it came for me. Toxic people or people that were not motivating me were starting to move out of my life. People who I thought were very motivational or inspirational were starting to come into my life. TV shows that were inspirational for fitness started popping up. I got inspired to run my first marathon or half marathon. I started training and running. Then I started eating right and losing weight. So now this whole year, I'm down 10 pounds and like 2 pant sizes, which it isn't quite the 20 yet, but I'm on that path now. And it's taken me like a whole year worth of like little baby steps, little circumstances of me listening to that little thing, watching that new show, or signing up for those races, the little steps that like God or the angels or whoever were like leading me on. It was me taking those steps. And now that I'm down 10 pounds, even though it's not quite the 20, I feel 1,000 times better. Like I'm so much stronger. I can run a half marathon now. I feel stronger. I feel better. My clothes fit better. I look better. And even though it's not 20, it's like 10, maybe that 10 was good enough. Same with you. If you want to lose 50 pounds, maybe you got down 25 pounds. You're like, okay, that 25 was actually good enough. Same type of thing. So they're saying to be patient and work on it. And some people are going to watch this and be like, it's not that easy. Like, well, of course it's not that easy. Training for a marathon, life is a marathon, not a sprint. People who train for marathons don't just like wake up and they're like, oh wow, I can run a marathon now. Like they train and train and train. They train in the dark. They train when no one's listening. They train when there's no one looking. They train when no one is keeping them accountable except themselves and maybe God, you know? And so anything worth you wanting and keeping, you're going to have to work for it. And God and your angels are going to put the thing you want on your path, and you're just going to have to look for them. You're going to have to use your own discernment and your own faith. Even if you don't believe in God, you can say your angels. If you don't believe in that kind of stuff, universe, future self, higher self. If you don't know what you believe in, say somebody help me lose 20 pounds, that type of thing. And things will start coming in for you, but you have to listen, you have to pay attention. And so another thing that happened this morning to me is like, I know I ask for signs all the time that I'm on the right path. I'm like, please tell me a sign. And I see them sending me signs and I'm like, okay, was that a right sign? I question. And then so this morning I was like, no, I know you're sending me signs. Please give me the discernment and the confidence to understand when a sign is coming through for me. And so this morning when I was running, it was like, like screaming messages at me. I was like, okay, I got that sign. Yesterday I said, I want to run 5 miles before work. I've never done that before. So guess who put me to bed with a vision in my mind before I went to sleep and woke me up with a dream extra early this morning. And not only did I run the 5 miles, I ran 5.5. Okay, so stuff like that is going to start coming through for you, but you have to start paying attention. And I wanted to share, my original plan was to share my vision and my dream that I had last night that got me going this morning. But this came through much stronger, much faster. So this one's first, and then once I'm like ready and calm down and back in my own energy, I'll share those dreams. But I hope this helped. I hope you're listening and I hope you're watching for your signs, and you're going to pay attention and you're going to start doing what they're telling you to do, because they're yelling at me to yell at you.